Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a Let's Talk video on domestic abuse. I'm going to be showcasing some of the facts and figures around domestic abuse for the year ending in March 2018. All of the links that I used to create this video will be in the description box down below, and I will also be linking in the description box and telling you in this video some helpful organisations and phone numbers if you feel like you need to get in touch with anyone that can help you because of domestic abuse. It's important to note that many domestic violence cases do not actually result in a conviction, and this could possibly be one of the many reasons why domestic violence cases don't get the police involved the majority of the time. This is something that many people, including myself, feel quite alarmed about. And unfortunately, domestic violence and abuse is on the rise here in England. In the year ending in early 2018, domestic violence cases actually rose by a massive 23%, comparing it to the previous year. The police actually recorded 599,549 domestic abuse related crimes in that year. But in the same year, it is thought that approximately 2 million people aged 16 to 59 suffered from this kind of crime. 1.3 million of those were women, and 695,000 of them were men. However, when looking into arrests that police made in connection with domestic abuse, they only arrested 225,714 people, which is approximately 38 arrests for every 100 domestic violence related crime. I think it's also worth mentioning that the percentage of those convicted for these kinds of crimes is actually at its highest rate currently. So although it's definitely not where it needs to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're heading in the right direction and we can get more people to think of domestic abuse as a serious crime. Often with domestic violence, it happens behind closed doors, which means that it's often happening right under our noses, but we just can't often pick up on it. I do have to say, I do admire the way that quite a few victims feel that they are able now to come forward and speak up and talk to people, including the officials like police, about their experiences with domestic violence. It takes a lot of strength to be open about what has happened to you. However, there are unfortunately still so many victims that do not come forward. So if you are suffering, please ring the police. Do not suffer alone. Go down to your local police station, talk to your doctor, tell somebody that you can confide in and that you trust and that you are confident in telling, maybe a very close friend, all sorts of things. Never ever suffer in silence. It's very important to let officials know. Let's not forget, of course, that domestic abuse isn't just about the physical things like kicking and punching. It can also be financial, emotional, and sexual. Interestingly, with this kind of crime, often, so the majority of the time, which is around 81% of victims, experience one type of abuse. So it could be physical, emotional, sexual. And then the most common combination of abuse for the year ending in March 2018 were non-physical abuse, like threats and stalking, for example. Please do not wait for an emergency to get help. Speak to your doctor, health visitor, or anyone you feel comfortable speaking to. Women can call 0808 200 247. And I'll just go through that number one more time for you. That is 0808 200 247. That number is 24 hours. It's a free national domestic violence helpline for Women's Aid and Women's Refuge. Men can call the Men's Advice Helpline for free on 08088 010327. And once again, I will say that again. So that is 08088 010327. or they can also call Mankind on 0182 333 4244. That's 0182 333 4244. If you are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, then Gallup is a very good service to provide support for those experiencing domestic abuse. And of course, if it does get to the stage of emergency, call 999. Please know that you are not alone and that there are organisations out there to help you. And of course, do not ever think that domestic abuse is your fault. I really do hope that this video has helped you in some way. If you need any of those numbers again or any websites, I will link them and list them in the description box down below, so please go and check that out. Also, there will be the websites and sources that I used to create this video linked in the description box as well. Please, if you know someone who may be suffering, don't let them suffer in silence. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this video helpful, please leave it a like. If you're new here, click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you in my next video.